Hello and welcome to a gameplay for all seasons. Today I want to talk to you about LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Now, for a lot of our recent videos we've been talking about Hogwarts Legacy, game we're massively interested on this channel. However, obviously I play other games, lots of other interesting things as well. So I'd like to start making videos about other games as well, hence this video itself. If you think that's a good idea, let me know in the comments and give me a thumbs up. And also if you want to be part of our community that we have here on this channel and also not miss any upcoming videos, then make sure you hit that subscribe button.
The war is just beginning, and I will not be the last Jedi.
So this video then, I want to talk about the things that I think are the most important that you might want to know about LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Now the first thing that I think that we should always cover whenever you're talking about a LEGO game is who this game is aimed for. Now I imagine absolutely the vast majority of you out there will already know exactly who this game is aimed for, and that is pretty much everybody. And the great thing about this game, if you are a very young child, you can play this game maybe with some help. Even if you were 3-4 years old, your parent can probably sit there and play it, guide you through the hard bits, or maybe just play it while you're running off destroying everything or whatever you're doing, and just taking a controller to do the bits where you need 2 people. So you can play at that age. You can play at obviously a much older age when you start working at it, but really the age that I think that this is most for is actually people who have seen the Star Wars films and can really enjoy them. It's never going to be the hardest game in the world, but it is going to be a fun game, and there are some little challenging bits as you go through, so it keeps the mind a little bit active. I always think of this game as, or these LEGO games, as the sort of games which you can have a really serious game, and when you want to step back, you can have this LEGO game as something which is a bit more lighthearted, a bit more fun, and something that you can enjoy.
He is not ready.
I am ready. Ben, I can be a Jedi. Ben, tell him I'm ready.
And also what I like about this game is it's not just a straight copy of the films, it's the LEGO take on it. So they change bits and have little in-jokes. So if you are a big Star Wars fan or you just know the films very well, then you can get a lot of reward from playing them. Because I think the developers of past LEGO games really have nailed some of the humour. And I'm not saying you're going to be there laughing out loud. However, you might have a small internal chuckle or whatever you want to call it.
The Force is unusually strong with him. That much is clear.
So what is this game about then? Well, it's called the Skywalker Saga. So if you know the Star Wars films, you've probably already worked it out. It is the 9 Skywalker Saga films, also known as episodes 1 to 9.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
And in this game, as I say, you're going to be playing all 9 of those. The nice thing about the way they're doing this game, you can play them in any order you want. So, which I think is quite good, because again, when you actually watch Star Wars, because of the fact it was episodes 4 to 6 that began, and then it was 1 to 3, and then it was 7 to 9, there's always a little bit of debate of where you should start. Should you start chronologically? Should you start in the order that they came out? Or should you just go nuts and watch them in whatever order you completely fancy? And it's that third approach you can do in this game, which is you can actually approach them in any order. So if you want to do episode 7 first, or episode 9, or 2, or 4, or well, I'm going to stop listing numbers from 1 to 9, you can do that, which I think is quite nice. And the other thing about this game, I mentioned before, it's not a straight copy of the film, which obviously it's not because they put the funny moments, but also they're not even making you do it in the order of the film. So you can have dead time as you're on the game, so you can be in your spaceship floating around and random events will happen. So maybe some sort of ship will turn up and TIE fighters are chasing, things like that. And if you want to face them, can, or you can drive off, which I think is quite nice. In a way, you are going to be playing the film in your own way, and you're actually going to be exploring the planets. There's an awful lot of planets that you can visit: Tatooine, Hoth, etc, etc. I can name lots, and I think that's a fun take on the way that they're doing this LEGO game. So next thing you're probably going to want to know is, when is this game releasing? And the answer to that is apparently spring 2022. The reason I say apparently is for 2 reasons. Firstly, because there is an awful lot of games getting delayed at the moment due to the environment. And the second reason is this is already a game that has been delayed an awful lot of times. So it's quite interesting if you watch the trailers, which I am playing on this video, and you go chronologically backwards, which is what I'm doing on this video, then you can actually see, and I'm going to leave them in because it's, to me, quite funny. Each one says is going to be a date and the next one is a bit later. So we now know it's going to be spring 22. It was before that, 21. And actually, if you watch the very first trailer we got, it was meant to be in early 2020. So yeah, spring 2022, probably.
told me they fixed it.
So this game then is releasing for Microsoft Windows, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, so you can get it all over the place. And the last detail that I want to share with you that I think is interesting is around the audio. So in this game then, different from past LEGO games in a lot of cases, you do not get that much voice acting. However, in this game, you are actually going to get some original voice acting. So, for example, Billy D. Williams is going to be voicing Lando Calrissian. I am very interested to see how many other people they also get to voice. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.